right, so I've made 3 adjustments here with my lab putter here. This is the Broomstick putter. This putter is doing so well, the Mez 1 Max. I absolutely love the lie angle balance, and if you've followed my stuff and you've watched some of my stuff, I was turned on to lab putters a couple years ago when I saw the guys, the tour players, go into these putters and just having so much instant success. And so I've been following it, learning about it and the lie angle balance, and then getting the putters for myself. And I posted one about the short putter there, the more conventional. Go check that out on my YouTube page. And this one, the Broomstick, is the one that's the most intriguing to me because as a coach and instructor now for 25 years, I've got a lot of people coming to me about these Broomsticks because look, they've really gained in popularity, and I think we're going to continue to see more of these long putters on the PGA Tour, LPGA Tour. We've certainly seen it on PGA Tour Champions, but you're going to see more of them. The technology and the technique, this works. All right, so I've been practicing for a while and getting better at it. Made 3 adjustments. You saw the short video there. First was I've taken my thumb and I've been kind of playing with this and just kind of my whole finger doing different things and placing it more on top. There for a while, I was gripping it where the cap was showing, and then what I did is I put the thumb on top, moved the right hand up a little bit, and so I've been kind of placing that thumb right on top, sometimes right on the tip of the thumb, sometimes right there, towards the base of the thumb. I think I really like the base of the thumb, and it tends to help me stabilize better up here. Now, of course, I can't anchor it, and I think if I had to do it again, I think I would add another inch to this putter. The one thing that I'm learning as people reach out to me and talk to me about these long putters is I always encourage them, look, try to, get upright. I think it's really easy to kind of get away from it and then kind of, try to get over it a little too much. The advantage of this is to get as upright as possible. All right, so I think I would probably add another inch to this, and I probably will. But that thumb, okay, right there on the cap, tends to help me stabilize more up here. Okay, so I've been really trying to just put that there and then let it go from there, and that felt good. So that's number 1 from a stability standpoint. Number 2 is getting the right wrist in more ulnar deviation. So ulnar deviation is this movement down with the wrist, and then this is radial deviation. And so I've been putting my trail hand in there and feeling that wrist in more ulnar like this. Now I had a little bit of that, but I think I went to a little bit more, and when I do that, you'll notice that gets the shaft more upright, and I like that. I think I tend to get a little too far from it sometimes, and so when I get my right wrist and when I apply it in more ulnar, okay, that gets me the feeling of being a little closer and more upright. Okay, and I like that, and I'm telling you, you want to get in there. Okay, you want to get in there and upright, right? And I know there's, a calibration and a perfect distance and height for everybody, but I just think in general, just be careful that we're not getting like too far, kind of down under it and away from it, where we got to get over it, right? Don't be careful with that. Try to get in there close and upright, and then when you engage it, that putter head isn't going to move on as big an arc, right? It's going to move on a more subtle arc because the putter shaft is more upright. It's closer to vertical. I mean, it can't be vertical. If it was vertical, then it would be spinning up and down like a Ferris wheel. But it's not, horizontal. Of course, that would have a bigger arc, like a merry-go-round. So you can see everything else is there in between. You get this thing upright, and then you engage it. It's going to be on a more subtle arc. And with this lie angle technology, and that putter face not wanting to spin open, and that putter face staying square. Again, Lionel technology, that putter face is going to stay square to that path. It's not going to want to twist. And that's a huge advantage. And so when you think about this, and this is where, to me, it makes sense. And I've had people come in here, and I've fitted the putter to them right here, and helped them in order. And the process is very simple online at Lab Golf. But you know, they get this, and I get them set up with some of these characteristics that I'm sharing here. And for me right now, this right wrist and a little more ulnar to get this thing a little bit more upright, like that. Okay, stable here with the left, finger on top, and then I go. And I hit that right in the center of the face, and the ball just starts online. I assure you, I start the ball much more online with this putter, much more online. And I think with this longer putter, that path, or that arc, I should say, being more subtle, and the Lionel technology, the face not wanting to twist and it's staying square to that. I mean, it kind of gives me the feeling that I can just kind of drop the putter head on the ball, and I know I'm still controlling it with some subtle rotation in the body, but it really does kind of feel like, in many ways, that I can just kind of get out of the way and let it fall and start thinking about, where I want this to finish. And that kind of leads me to my third point that I work on that really helps me. Now, these are the things that I'm discovering, right? These are the things that I'm, as a teacher, getting in there, been teaching, but also as a student and executing, because I like to try as a student going through this as well. The third, and this is something I've talked about with other teachers, and I think for me, it talks about the left elbow, left forearm, and feeling the left elbow lower, not up here. I think it's easy to get in here and kind of feel like you're pointing the left elbow up to the sky. The spine takes on a little side bend, and of course, if this was a driver, that'd be a good thing. But what you want to feel is you want to feel that left elbow down. You want to feel like this forearm is parallel to that ground. That's where I feel like if I had another inch, that would be a little easier to do. Okay. I mean, if it was down here, like I can't get my elbow down there, like that would be, too contorted. So I think another inch, like imagine like getting fitted for this, like you get up here, you put that on there, elbow down, now my shoulders are more level. You can see my forearm is relatively parallel to that ground. That's kind of where I'm looking for. I'm just not trying to go here. So my left elbow is more down. It's pointing just left of the target. And I think, where it points is something that I'm kind of playing with a little bit as well. I think right now I'm just trying to keep it down, shoulders more level. I think that gets me where I feel like with the ball position more off my left ear, I feel like my weight can be a little bit on the left foot. And then from there, when I make that stroke, it gives me the feeling that the putter head is working a little up and in, just a real slight up and in, up and in, real slight. If you were to look at that, it's just a real slight up and in, and then I can just drop it right on that ball. And so it's been kind of fun to just kind of discover a little bit. Left thumb, or left finger, thumb on the cap there. The right wrist and more ulnar, that gets me more upright. Left elbow down, that gets my shoulders more level. Weight slightly left. And then I just kind of get it engaged a little more up and in. And then I just let it fall to what I always feel like is kind of a shorter finish. It feels like a little lower and a little shorter finish for me. I certainly don't feel the need like I got to swing this thing super wild, coming through. Like I can kind of engage the backstroke with the right pace and the right length, let it fall, cruise control with the speed of the putter, to that shorter finish. And of course, the weighting of these putters, there's some weight on it, so you can really feel that. And I just got to tell you, I mean, just like, you know, I got to practice more, and I know like my distance control from longer distance can take a few more reps. But I got to tell you, like inside 20 feet, I mean, I feel dangerous. I feel like I can start the ball on line every single time. So those are 3 things for me that are helping with my lap golf broomstick putter. This is the Mez 1 Max. You got lots of players having success with this. You know, check it out. Go to the website, and you know, if you're looking to make a change and you want to simplify some things, I'll tell you the broomstick should be an option that you should consider.